Hey guys, Weeby News here, and today I wanted to make a quick video discussing this new game that was announced at Anime Expo called Inescapable. I know this isn't exactly like new news anymore since it was announced like a week ago, but I was out of town at the time when it got announced and then I got sick, so apologies for the delay covering this. Even though a little bit late making this, I figured a lot of you guys might still not have heard about it yet, which is why I decided to go ahead and make a video anyways. But anyways, the game is described as a social thriller game, and it's noted to have taken inspiration from the Danganronpa series, which is the main reason why I wanted to talk about it on my channel, since I figured you guys might be interested in it as well. The plot is that 11 contestants have been kidnapped and taken to a tropical island where they are forced to compete against one another for a cash prize of $500,000. You play as Harrison, one of the participants taken against their will. The deadly challenge is presented as a TV show without any rules and no means of escape. A press release stated that Inescapable story explores human nature and how far people will go for social clout, wealth, and their own desires, and how much further they might be willing to go when they have permission to ignore the rules. The game is being created by the Finnish developer Dreamloop in collaboration with Axis Gaming. Axis Gaming as well published some of the Zero Escape trilogy, which this game seems to take pretty big inspiration from as well. It's set to release in 2023 on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, so basically everything. The Dreamloop founder and CEO stated, "We spent the last few years honing our skills and storing up a lot of creative energy for Inescapable. Now with Inescapable in development, we're taking the first steps towards showing the world that we make great games with heart and teeth." I also found this one article by Stan Rizé, who attended Anime Expo, and they were actually able to try out the demo. And this is what they stated. The demo is set sometime after everyone has arrived on the island. Paranoia and tension dominate the group as everyone suspects each other of murder. Despite the tension, Harrison, the protagonist you play as, is trying to bond more with Mia. Unfortunately, this is disrupted when two participants are found murdered. Players are tasked with looking for clues that could help solve who was responsible for the murders. They also stated that the demo session highlighted the visual details and focused on the narrative direction, along with the detective gameplay elements. But anyways, this is the info I could find on this game so far. Obviously, it does take a lot of inspiration from Danganronpa, and I've seen people in the comments of it saying that they think it's like ripping off Danganronpa, but in my opinion, Danganronpa is not the first like survival death game, and it's definitely not the last. I personally always love these types of plots, so I'm excited to try it out personally. And so far, just of what I've seen, I feel like the plot's a bit more similar to Squid Game anyways, with the money prize. I feel like since they have that as a prize, they're gonna focus a lot on humanity's greed and stuff like that as a major theme. It also reminds me a lot of Zero Escape, especially with the no escape part seeming to be a big part of the marketing. I will say though, I think they got a little too much inspiration from Junpei for the main character's design. They look so much alike, it almost like threw me off. Like the hair color, the plaid shirt. I know Junpei's not like a super unique design, but I do feel like it's just a little too close, especially since they were both in like survival games, you know? Moving on though, something I thought was interesting about the trailer is that it might delve more into like recent internet culture, especially since the quote discussing the game mentioned that it wants to focus on what people are willing to do for clout. And then I noticed in another screenshot, this character named Valerie was referring to another character as a meme rather than a celebrity. I feel like it might focus on this new wave and desire that a lot of people have to achieve internet fame. I feel like I could also see fame being used as a pretty big motivator to get the participants to murder as well. The other aspect of this game that seems to be a really big part of the marketing is the no rules aspect, and I'm not totally sure how I feel about this yet. I like that it's so broad that there's a lot to work with, but I also worry the cast won't have proper motivation without rules of some kind. And also in Danganronpa, I did really like it when characters would take advantage of the rules or kind of do stuff to like work around them in creative ways, so that's something I would miss personally. Overall, I just hope that the characters have proper motivation to kill each other. I'm hoping that even if there is no rules, there will still be like motives each chapter to encourage murder, because when you think about it, the motives and the rules are pretty different in Danganronpa too. But what I do find interesting about the no rules thing is seeing how the cast deals with discovering who the culprit is. Like, since there's no rules, I'm assuming that whoever kills doesn't get executed by a Monokuma-like figure, you know? So is it just gonna be the group's responsibility to punish the culprit? Then like, how easy could it be for a killer to frame somebody else? Especially if you're not getting an outside opinion confirming it, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of times in Danganronpa games, people disagree on who the culprit is. And if you're not actually having an outside figure confirming it, I feel like that could cause a lot of animosity and mistrust among the group. I could also see too, if there's like a split among the group, like half the people believe one person did it, half the people believe another person did it, and that could lead them to separating, and then there could be animosity between the two groups. I could see something like that happening for a chapter at least. But anyways, these are just kind of my thoughts on the game and what I think it could be like for right now. I'd love to hear what you guys think. What do you think about the no rules thing? What are some interesting ideas you might have regarding the game because of that. And then finally, I want to talk about the characters a little bit. The characters seem pretty out there based on the one-liners from the trailer. So pretty similar to Danganronpa characters, like very big personalities. In the trailer, each character has a one-liner that appears behind them. And so I went through the whole video to try to like pause and figure out whose line was whose, just to get an idea of what everybody's personality is going to be like. And yeah, a lot of them do seem to have very big personalities. For example, there's Isaac, who stood out to me a lot because he seems like a Chunibyo type of character, like Gundam. Like his quote behind him was like, "I divined your approach, for I am the mighty," and then I couldn't get the last word. He has this other line too before he gets punched where he's like, "Baptized anew, you could become my servant." And so yeah, overall he just kind of seems like a pretty Mimi character. And then some of the other characters that stood out, there was Mia, who appears to be kind of like the helper character, kind of like a Chiaki or Kirigiri type character. I think she could personally be a red herring though. There's also a character called Lumi, who appears to be more of an analytical, calculative type of character. Their quote was, "The probability of escape has reduced by 15%. The quote reminds me a lot of Elle from Death Note, who is also a very eccentric character. And then there's Valerie, who seems to be kind of like a rich character slash tsundere type, since her quote mentions that she'll sue you. And then her other line is her insulting Eva. So she kind of gives me like Sayonji vibes overall. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to make a video kind of telling you guys about this game and to see what you guys think. Also, I was wondering if you guys would be interested in me covering more games like this that aren't Danganronpa but seem to have taken inspiration from it. Basically other types of games in the death game genre. There's a lot that I keep up with. I also keep up with a lot of like anime series and just in general TV shows that do the death game trope because I love it. I find it so fun. But yeah, I was thinking since the Danganronpa news has been going pretty dry recently, same with Kodaka's other projects, it might be fun to kind of cover some of this other stuff. So please let me know if you guys are interested in that. Also, let me know what you guys think about this game. Are you interested in it, or do you think it's a little too similar to Danganronpa or Zero Escape? Overall, I'm willing to give it a shot. I think it could be interesting. And since somebody ended up playing the trailer at Anime Expo, I hope that gets released pretty soon. If you guys are interested in this game, I'll definitely update you guys on that as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you did. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about this game, what ideas you might have for it, how you think they might utilize the no rules aspect of it, and what you think about the characters too. But yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you real soon.